And we decided to kind of name this collection SOHO because it's about a woman in this modern context, right? Like the life that she leads now, which is kind of like, we like to call it glamleisure because it's like
I love it.
I know, right?
It's like glamping, right? The little roughing.
Glamleisure, yes. She's like at home and she wants to feel like she's in her whoopee, but she's not. She's like in this kind of wonderful piece, you know? And it just looks more polished, more put together, so that if you have to run out for, you know, a quart of milk or something like that, or to pick up your grandkids or whatever it is, you're looking very sweet. You're looking very chic. Well, and this sweater is just...
All right, well, let's take everyone through. It's a nylon rayon, 30% merino wool blend.
That's right.
So we have that luxury fiber running through.
The luxury wool, right? The idea of the rayon running through it, that gives it that kind of wonderful movement and chic and kind of mystique. Also, the cut of it is everything. I know everybody, and by the way, that's the label for the... It's like sort of a stone color as opposed to white, and the live exclamation point is done in that bright pink. And so that's what makes you know that it's actually like from the SOHO part of the line. And what I love about this sweater is that, you know, it doesn't like pretend to be brain surgery. It's not brain surgery, right? It's just this wonderful sort of long, chic piece. You throw it on over every one of your other layering pieces, like this t-shirt you have on that's from SOHO, right? Or even, what I love is that you've mixed it with the collection, right? Adrienne is wearing it with like a little collection, a little black dress from the collection. So, and she's belted it to make it more spiffy. So you can go from like looking that way, as in Marisol, also known as Carissa, right? In that kind of just wonderful, like put together, she's wearing a legging, she threw on a heel, she was lounging around in her moccasins, she got a phone call from someone, meet me at like, you know, meet me for a beer. It's 6:30 before dinner, right? It's an autumn evening. She threw on her little high heels and she ran out the door because she looks so spiffy, you know? I just love this, and I love it in winter white, and I love it in black. And I just love the chicness of the silhouette, the sleekness, no buttons, it just falls open, it flatters everyone in this wonderful blended yarn of nylon, rayon, and 30% wool. I mean, so it's a luxury thing that has the kind of like the ease of the nylon, right? And the movement of the rayon, you know? And
as we were taking that close up, you could see that you have the tighter weave through the body and the arms, but at the kind of lapel, you have a bit more of a chunkier knit. So it's not so simple. There is quite a bit of attention to detail with this. It's actually a hoodie. It's like you could actually wear it as a hoodie if you want. It's like this kind of just amorphous. I'm channeling my Grace Jones. Look at you. You're channeling your Grace Jones. Did you read her memoir? You gonna get it? I want to read her book. I want to read that memoir for sure. I'm sure I'm getting that. So juicy. Oh, juicy. I can't wait to read yours when the day comes. It's coming. It's coming in about 2 years, I'd say. I'm working on it now. So are you gonna spill the tea, Isaac? Though I'm gonna spill everything about you. It's mostly about you so far. Well, then it's going to be the most boring book at the bottom of the bestsellers list. You don't want to do that. But that's exciting. So are we kind of one of the first to hear that? Or it's out there that you're writing? It's been announced that I'm doing this memoir, yes. But it's not going to be published for like another 2 years, I'd say. I mean, it's not going to be finished for another 8 months. Are you in the process right now? I am in the process of it, Are you working with somebody? Yes, I'm working with a lot of people. A great editor who I absolutely adore. But so what do you think of the process, though? Was it easier than you thought? Is it harder than you thought? It's much harder than I thought. Yeah, writing a memoir is very, very hard, I have to say. I absolutely have to say. Do you often go back and say, you know what, I remembered? Of course, and then you have to go back into the text and, you know, and find replenish it. Yeah, but it's great. I recommend it. I think you should write a memoir, Gabrielle. Well, I just read. I'm a big reader. I can't wait to read yours. I love girls to read. Look at you. Yeah, look at what you look like. You talked about kind of like lounging at home on the weekend. I mean, really, darling. And I don't have to feel like I'm being sloppy. When my husband comes home, I still want to look nice and pretty, but I want to be comfortable. I'm at home. You know, everybody has those incredibly comfortable pieces that they're never going to throw out, that are stained and like bleached and crazy, right? Yes. These are these pieces that are supposed to kind of like, you know, be as easy, as comfy, as cozy as those things that we talked about, right?
but they're just a little bit more polished, a little bit more put together, so that when your husband comes home, or when the guy comes to check the gas meter,
or my satellite TV went out.
You see what I mean,
yes.
right? Or if somebody comes over to borrow a cup of flour or something, right? Which happens, you know, you look a little bit cuter, a little bit spiffier. You know?
We just moved, and the welcome wagon came, and I was in my nightgown, ready, or just about to go get in bed.
No.
Yeah, so I was. So neighbors, I wasn't being rude. I just wasn't dressed. But
rude. She's rude. Okay.
I sent the husband to the door. I did. I was like, I'm not coming down. 826-8440, brand new, and this is not the only SOHO piece we're going to take a look at today. So we're going to give you a nice introduction to the collection. I kind of heard the tagline where casual wear and athletic wear kind of meet.
Yes, but I want the word glamour to be in there because I think everybody wants to look kind of gorgeous in the process, you know?
Well, speaking of gorgeous, yes, the suede wedge ankle boot. Isn't that hardware detail? Just everything. So this coming up on 6 easy payments of about $20 a little bit later in the hour.
And I love mixing leather and suede, you know, and I love this length of boot. It seems to be the big